Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I want to start a new kind of series, which some of you may like, some of you will definitely not like. But still, since I got my Space Hunter, I want to do a couple of builds, or at least I want to try out a couple of builds featuring the Space Hunter and the Eternity Shroud. In this video, it's going to be Space Hunter featuring Shackles of the Wretched, Space version, Space Roots, Space Vigil, Space Pyre, Space Circler, whatever space you're gonna find on this build. Also featuring 3 Inspired Learnings. And you're probably gonna think of what this build will look like. I'm gonna call it the Space God Trickster because this is just stupid. We're just gonna run a fully juiced up Elder Underground Sea with a double Beyond. As you can see over here, just some Saxtons and stuff like that. And you're gonna see why I actually call this build the Space God. So let's go. In terms of the playstyle, you're just gonna channel up your Winter Orb like the usual playstyle, right? Let's just go into this memory real quick. So what are you gonna do with this build? You basically just run around and collect, Headhunter buffs. Because the, I'm going to explain after the showcase why actually Shackles of the Wretched, what has it to do with the Chaos Roots and that kind of stuff. So, let's kill some packs here and get actually the Space God going. You can see that I'm actually getting quite some buffs, currently running 24 Headhunter buffs, so we're just gonna try to speed this one up a little bit. Because this is actually not even the final form yet. So currently on 37 Headhunter buffs. Makes it 50 Headhunter buffs. Now we get some speed and momentum. Currently running 91,000 energy shield. So let's kill some more over here. 57 buffs. Make it 60 buffs. So we're just gonna clear up here. Currently running about 800 movement speed, about 800 all resistance, 130,000 energy shield, which is, quite nice to have. Because you always need some kind of layer of defense, right? Current tooltip is about 700,000 Winter Orb damage, which is, pretty nice to do, actually. So if people will be like, hey, wait a second, you have absolutely no boss damage, let's check this one out. Sometimes your character is just getting so big that you have a hard time following what you're actually doing. As you can see over here. We have like 700,000 damage on Winter Orb right now. And yeah, map is done. Pretty nice clear. At the moment, 1,500 movement speed. So that's actually pretty cool. Did we miss something? If you're wondering how you can actually navigate this build, bad thing to do is just check your minimap and basically check where you're going. So if this is not enough, we're just gonna run a second map here. So you can follow along. So maybe we can crack the 100 Winter Orb buffs. Winter Orb buffs, yeah, almost. Headhunter buffs. So here's another Beyond map. So we're gonna choose it up with 1, 2, 3. Saxtons are still up, so let's try this one again. Probably without any Sana interaction. Currently level 96, almost 97. Well, let's do this again. So, we're gonna skip every single loot now, just to see how fast we can get through, okay? I wanna crack this 100 Headhunter buffs. So Sana is on the top, we're gonna do this later. So let's kill here, there. Okay, movement speed is here. 16 buffs at the moment. Makes it 20, 24. Okay, this is now we have Shroud Walker. Now it's get actually super hard to navigate. Actually trying to get this stuff here going. So we have 30 Headhunter buffs at the moment. The bubble mobs just make it a little bit harder to actually kill stuff. Because you always need to stand within the site here to actually get it. 50 Headhunter buffs. We need more. Come on. Where are the good fancy mobs here? So here we have Sana, which we're gonna skip for now. 62. This is not going to work out. There is just too many mobs with bubbles here, so that doesn't work out. But yeah, maybe we can make actually a third try. So let's click on here. Blah, 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 blah. Boss damage, PogChamp. So 200. That's a lot less. So we have about 1,100 all resistance at the moment with about 1,000 movement speed, which is also not a lot. Come on. I'm gonna make this a third time now. I think there was nothing really fancy dropping, right? I actually want to make this a third time. I think we still have some sextants up, so we're just gonna leave everything behind, I would say. Just screw it. I didn't hurt any exalted orb drops or something like that, so might be fine. So, one last time. Elder map, or at least like juiced up map. Take this one. Is there anything I forgot? I don't think so. Only juiced beyond, like double beyond. Let's sell this one real quick. Okay, last time. I want to get my plus 100 Headhunter buffs. So, Space God Reloaded. This is the run. This is the run, my friends. So I'm just gonna... there's again some bubble mobs here. The bubble mobs just make it stupid, because you actually, even though your character gains a lot of size because of Soul Eater and some other stone buffs, but you still don't have more area of effect because of that, unless you steal a buff that gives you area of effect. So let's see over here. Clear that one. We're currently at 40 buffs. Makes it 50. That's looking better now. 61. And then I'm going to explain how this build works together and why can I actually gather so many buffs up, right? So, 75, come on, a couple more. 80, come on. 84. Oh god. Map is over. Maybe in here. 77. 83, come on, 84. We almost got it. I'm losing Headhunter buffs now. Shit. But yeah, you can imagine how stupid it gets. But I got several times 100 buffs, which is actually completely absurd. I don't want to go into much detail how this everything works together. God, look at how big my character is. I just want to explain the key fact on how this is working, okay? Therefore, we're going to go into the Blood Aqueduct. So I'm just having less mobs. So basically, the interaction is clear, right? You get Headhunter, you steal the buffs of the enemy if they are rare, okay? So what has that to do with the Shackles of the Wretched and Chaos Roots? So what Shackles of the Wretched is doing, once you have curses into the socketed into the gloves, you're gonna reflect those curses. So why should I reflect curses on myself? Temp chains makes you slower, less action speed. That means less movement speed, less cast speed, attack speed, and all that stuff, which is actually bad. But it will also make our buffs expire slower, okay? That means that you're gonna see, once I kill some mobs, that the numbers of the Headhunter buffs, flasks, whatever it is, even Winter Orb, will get blue, and you're gonna see that it's not actually, it counts as 4 seconds, but the second will actually disappear way, way slower than it actually does, right? So to counter that one, I have the Chaos Roots that says action speed cannot be modified below base value. So I'm still keeping up my regular base movement speed, attack speed, and so on. And the Solstice Vigil gives us Shaper's Presence. This is what we used with the Winter Orb, Eternity Orb Trickster. So that will also make our buffs disappear slower. So I have my Shackles of the Wretched with a Herald of Ice, Curse on Hit, and Temp Chains and Onslaught. So as soon as you see the Frost Explosion killing stuff, I now have Onslaught, I have Temp Chains on myself now, see? And as you can see over here, the seconds are removing, or at least fading away way slower as they would be. So let's find the rare pack, so I actually get Shaper's Presence, here we go. So now let's check how slow that these seconds do disappear, see that? It takes like 4 or 5 seconds that my buff are disappearing. And that also counts for all the Headhunter buffs, so do they count for the Inspired Learnings, right? That makes my Headhunter buffs last not 20 seconds, but basically up to like 1.5 minutes, right? So basically, I clear the whole map and should actually have the same amount of, like, my starting buffs. And this is why you can actually get up more than 100 buffs just by Headhunter. And then you have the same amount or even more amount from the Inspired Learning on top of that, right? So this is the basic interaction with Shackles of the Wretched, the Chaos Roots, and the Headhunter, which you can basically just do fine as the non-shaped version. But since I have my Space Hunter now, I just had to get the Eternity Shroud build going with something fancy like this. And it works out pretty insane. Once you roll those double beyond maps, it's just getting super, super ridiculous. But I'm not going to go any further into the build itself. Path of building link, if you're interested, is in the description below with this current gear set and all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested, you can check this one out. And now I'm just going to replace the Winter Orb, because I'm thinking of going with a Cycloner as the next space experiment, or a Wind Ripper build, like a Space Ripper Magic Finder using Space Hunter and Eternity Shroud or something like that. I have prepared a lot of bases already. These would be the how's it called? The Prismatic Eclipse with white sockets, right? Following up, I have here from my last experiment a jeweled foil with +3 weapon range, so our Cyclone range will get extremely wide. And this would actually make a lot of fun if you play with the same setup as you have over here, right? Or, in the other hand, if I'm able to chance, where do I have my my bases that I tried to chance today? They're somewhere over here, I guess. So these are the failed attempts to get Shaped Mjolnir, because this is something I actually want to have as well. And yeah, here we have the preparations for a Shaped Wind Ripper, if I'm able to chance it. Here we have 2 more for getting the Shaped Mjolnir or Space Near and Space Ripper and stuff like that. So what I want to do in the last couple of days in the league to make it a little bit more fun for me is trying to get all kinds of fancy builds going on with the Space Hunter. I know that only a few people can afford it, I do know that, but it's for entertainment and it's for fun, so I just want to play it like that. So thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and see you on the next video.